loves, my name is Nia. Welcome back to my channel. So I think we're going to get two elephants out of the room first before we get started. Well, actually one elephant and then one just housekeeping thing. The elephant is I decided that it would be a good idea to wear my little towel robe thing during this, since we're talking about wash day mistakes. But then when I got on camera, I'm like, Nia, I don't know. I'm a big theme person. It's because I work in an elementary school. I used to be a second grade teacher. I can sell a theme. If you tell me, okay, the theme is 80s. Okay, I'm coming to school the next day dressed as 80s. You know, Halloween, I got my cat ears. During the holidays, I can do my sweaters. So I thought, ooh, theme. But now that I'm on camera, I'm like, Nia, what in the world? But if you love a good theme, let me know. And then my housekeeping, just to let you all know, I am still drinking this red wine by the McBride sisters, this Black Girl Magic wine. As I said, it's in my previous videos, it's a good wine, but it's definitely a little bit more of an intimidating red than I'm used to drinking, but that's what we'll be drinking today while we go through these 5 wash day mistakes. And then there is one bonus thing. It's not a mistake, but it's a way to elevate your wash day if you would like to. So if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned to the end of the video. Also, if you like these videos, please subscribe and consider following me over on Instagram at still.niabia. I also will have it linked below. Also, it's the holiday season. If you didn't know, I sell t-shirts and mugs and all kinds of stuff to celebrate locks. And so if you're interested in that, there will be a link for that below too. So here we go. Okay. My first wash day mistake, and this is all about our scalp. The first wash day mistake is that you are not like shampooing and thoroughly cleansing your scalp. Now, if you don't do this, you can get dandruff, scalp irritation. Your scalp can start to also develop an odor. But then another thing that can happen, which is what happened to me, is your scalp can break out. Whenever I first got locks and my scalp was itching, I talked to my loctician and she did approve me being able to use the sisterlocks leave-in spray only on my scalp. So I was putting that spray on the top and I was also spraying water on the top, but I wasn't getting in there and getting the dead skin and all the stuff completely off of my scalp. So it was just building up and I started to get a little rash. I think it was kind of I don't know, it looked kind of like eczema, but I don't believe that that's what it was. It was just my scalp was so irritated from not being thoroughly cleansed. And since then, I developed a scalp routine where I really make sure that I'm taking time to clean my scalp, because just putting sprays and oils on top of a dirty scalp will not help it. Does my scalp need oils and sprays too? Yes, definitely. I have a video on my channel where I show you all how I do my stimulating scalp massage and how I oil my scalp, and that's definitely a piece of it too. And if I don't put oil on my scalp, it will get dry and flaky as well. But also getting it nice and clean is a part of that process too. That was not very much of an issue for me when I was a loose natural, and I don't know why having locks changed that. I wonder if it's something about having to do the retightening process or what. Or maybe my scalp was just dry and flaky and a hot mess when I was a loose natural too, and I just couldn't tell because it was up under a ton of 4C hair. Who knows? But that's one of the mistakes that I was making whenever I first locked my hair, and it definitely made a bigger difference than whenever I was a loose natural. I didn't really worry about that. The hair washing process was a lot different. Mistake numero dos is your shampoo is actually causing buildup. Yeah, your shampoo. Or it's not thoroughly cleansing your scalp and your hair because you are still only using moisturizing shampoos. Now, this is something that I encountered when I was trying to be a cheapskate at the beginning of my locked hair journey. So when I first locked my hair, my consultant did give me the Sisterlocks starter shampoo. I know a lot of people really hate it, but to be honest, y'all, it does help your hair lock faster. And for those of my subscribers who are not Sisterlocked, you can buy the shampoo on online. It's not the most affordable shampoo, and you do have to get it shipped and everything, but it does help your hair lock. But anywho, when I ran out of the Sisterlocks shampoo, I decided that I would go and start using some of my old moisturizing Shea Moisture shampoo. No, not a good idea. That shampoo was good whenever and I had some Alakay Naturals too. I forgot what type of Alakay natural shampoo it was. But I loved it when I was a loose natural. Alakay Naturals was my favorite brand as a loose natural. And I still really like some of their products now. But that shampoo back in the day, it was like, it was there to give me slip so I could move and detangle. There were a lot of added products in those shampoos, and some of them were actually even like creamy in consistency, and I didn't need that in my locked hair. They were actually causing buildup and not getting the buildup out of my hair, so I needed some really clarifying shampoos. My favorite shampoo right now is the believe it or not, Carol's Daughter Wash Day Delight. I love that shampoo. I love the nozzle. I feel like it works really well to get everything out. I also used to like the Neutrogena anti-residue shampoo. I had to dilute that a little bit because it kind of comes out a little thick. Also, that shampoo does have sulfates in it. If you are trying to avoid sulfates on your journey, that has sulfates in it. I have a whole video on my channel that I will link below of my top 5 shampoos, but you definitely want to make sure that you're not just getting only moisturizing shampoos. Now, my loctician knew when I started to switch up on my shampoos. It was really crazy. She was like, "You've been washing your hair with something different, haven't you?" And I let her know. I was like, "Yeah, I was washing I was washing my hair with these different shampoos." And she was like, "If you look at your locks, they're actually starting to unravel," because they were starting to lock, but then all the moisture in those shampoos were actually starting to have my locks unravel because they weren't fully locked yet. So this is really important for my baby lock folks. Moisturizing shampoos are a no-go right at this time in your locking stage process. Now, do I think moisturizing shampoos would necessarily be detrimental to my lock journey now? Not necessarily, because my locks are mature, so I don't think they would make my locks start unraveling. But some of them did have too many ingredients to the point where they did start to cause buildup in my locks. And you guys know you want to avoid buildup at all costs. They also didn't strip my hair of all of the buildup in my locks. You don't need your locks to be bone dry, but you definitely need the buildup to be out of your locks if you want like flowy, you don't want them weighed down. Step number 3. Now, this one is a controversial step, so I'm going to try to make sure that I say this in a way that includes everyone. My third wash day mistake that I think lots of people make is not by getting to know their own hair and figuring out what type of conditioning treatment, if any, you need to be doing in your hair. So by that, I mean figuring out how you're going to put moisture back into your locks. Now, this is more for my my ladies and my gents who have had their locks for a while and they have mature locks, because a lot of people in the baby lock stage avoid putting any type of moisture on their locks. I will be doing a video coming up soon where I do a wash day like it was where I do a wash day as if I still had baby locks. So those of you on the baby lock stage can watch how I used to do that. But for those of you all who have mature locks, many of us need some sort of conditioning treatment in our hair. I really like watching Damian Walters talk about conditioner in locks because he has a different take on it than I think a lot of people, because many people are just like, no conditioner, period. How I feel about it is kind of similarly to how I feel about all things regarding hair. So when we had our natural hair journeys and we were starting it, there was a recognition that everyone's hair is different. Everyone's hair likes different things. Everyone's hair needs different things. So in my locks at this stage in my journey, I do not use any cream-based conditioners. I use a water-based leave-in conditioner, so a spray. What I've really been liking right now is this Up North Naturals refreshing spray. I'll probably do a full video on it talking about this product, but some of the key ingredients in this product are rose water and aloe. And I also add a few oils into that spray, and I spray it on my locks after I do my wash day routine. I also typically put some type of oils on my locks just to condition them a little bit. I do know some naturals or some lock naturals who do use a conditioner, a rinse out conditioner. I think her name is Imani Goodrich. I remembered her name because Imani is my middle name. She has a video on her channel, and she has super long, beautiful blonde sister locks, and she conditions her locks. So I don't think it's like 100% yes or no on everybody, but I do think that if you just choose to completely negate conditioning and without even getting to know your locks, you could run into some issues because your locks can become too dry. I've had my locks be too dry before. And that's not a good deal. They don't feel nice. You may get some scalp itching, and they just don't look as nice if your locks are bone dry. So third mistake you're making on your wash day is by not getting to know your locks and considering the fact that your locks may need conditioner. Number 4, you are not properly drying your locks. So how I dry my locks is I take my locks and I put them in a t-shirt. I used to use like one of those microfiber twisty towel things, but to be honest, I like the t-shirt better. It just works better for me. So you dry your hair in that t-shirt and it kind of helps prevent against frizz. After a long time of your hair rubbing up against that harsh fabric on a towel, it can start to create frizz and not be what's best for your hair. Now, is your hair going to fall out? No. I know some people really do their best to prevent frizz, and that is one way to prevent frizz is by tying your hair up and letting it dry in a t-shirt as opposed to a standard towel that has like fabric like this. Another thing that you're doing wrong when it comes to drying, especially those of you all who have longer, thicker locks now, is you're going to bed with your hair wet. That can create mildew. Like you guys know, you let your clothes, I'm pointing over there like you guys know that my dryer is over there. But anyway, you guys know if you leave your clothes in the dryer for too long, they'll start to get that mildewy smell and it's gross. So letting your locks just sit with the water in it for too long is a no-go. I realized this the first time probably after like I was on the 2.5 mark for my locks, and I was just super tired, so I went to bed and I woke up the next day and my locks just didn't smell mildewy at all. I've read different articles about other people's locks smelling mildewy, but they just didn't smell as fresh, and they just weren't popping. So what I like to do is, like I said, I dry my hair as much as I can in the t-shirt, and typically how it works is I put the t-shirt on right out of the shower, and I wear that t-shirt while I'm doing my skincare and stuff like that, and moisturizing and stuff. And then I take my hair out of that towel, and I'll add my leave-in and oil, and I'll add my leave-in and my oils, and then I'll put my hair back up in a t-shirt and let it dry for a little bit longer, and then I'll take my hair out. It sounds like a long process, but guys, trust me, it's nothing like loose natural hair. It's not really that big of a deal. It's quick and easy. And then I'll just walk around my house with that second t-shirt on, and then I'll take it off and try my best to like get out in the sun or something to let my hair fully dry. On to number 5, you are not separating your locks. You are gonna want to separate your locks whenever you wash your hair, because your locks it's still natural hair. There's curliness, they're curling into each other, and sometimes locks can like curl up into each other in just the perfect way because they want to just get married. They call them marrying locks, and have a little lock baby and make themselves one lock. So what you need to do is you need to go through and separate your locks. Sometimes this can kind of hurt. If I think your hair is super dry. And so I like to do it when my locks are damp because it's a lot easier. And you'll just separate those locks that are kind of starting to marry together. But I just kind of just comb through my locks with my hair so that I'm not going to mess up my curls though, y'all. Not for this video. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So I separate my locks to make sure that I don't have locks marrying at the root. That is very important. Okay, now we are on to my bonus tip. And the reason why I call this a bonus tip is because this is something that I actually don't do, but I know that it will help your locks. I've done it a couple times, but I just cannot stick to it. And I was on Dr. Locs' page. You know, Dr. Locs, like the product. I ordered some of the lock products. I'll be doing a review coming up pretty soon, so subscribe if you want to see that. And I was just reading in the blog about best ways to shampoo your locks. And they talked about water and how you could use hot water and warm water when you're washing your locks. Now, I think many of us have heard you're supposed to wash your hair with cooler water because it helps seal in the moisture and it's just, you know, overall better for the locks. Yes and no. That's a yes and no. So Dr. Locs broke it down perfectly. If you want really good information on locks, go on their website. They have all kinds of good information. But when you think about it, anytime you're really trying to get dirt out of something, what type of water do you want to use? Y'all know, Black people know how to wash our butts. Like we're not walking around here stinky most of the time. So you use hot water. Hot water and warm water can really help clean and get all the dirt out. But when you rinse, rinsing in cool water helps seal in the moisture. I cannot do that because I just can't mess with the cold water, y'all. I just can't. I've tried a few times, and honestly, when I rinse with cold water, I do feel a little bit of a difference, but I just can't do it. I am not about to be in the shower like, ooh, no. Or, you know, I guess I could wash my hair or rinse it in the sink, but I really don't want to do that either. So I'm just going to keep on rinsing my hair in hot water. And that's just that. Do you all have any tips for when it comes to washing your hair and ways that we can upgrade our hair washing process? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, please. And also consider subscribing if you have not already. If you stay with me all the way to the end, drop a smiley face in the comment section. Peace and blessings, guys. Bye.